Welcome to Fish Keeping to Jamaica today. Today I have just received from a good friend 250 gallon tote, IBC Tote. My friend David and I would be um, doing the first touches as to preparing it to be fish ready. Now it will take a while because I would have to I would I would have to first cut the top, wash it out with some detergent, and then put some water in it to settle for a good amount of days so as to allow the bacteria, the beneficial bacteria, to develop. And then I will have to go by the river and get some water lilies. I'll show you step by step. Container have been cut. It have been cut with about a inch and a half thickness. Right, this is so as to protect the sides so that when water goes in, it doesn't cave in, and the container is not damaged. Now what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to get some detergent with some bleach to actually wash out this container and to put it in its position. Then I put water in it, which will remain in it for a couple of days. So the IBC tote have been washed with detergent, have been rinsed with water, and it's now being filled, and it will take probably about 2 to 3 hours to fill, or probably less. It's 250 gallon, and the water will stay here for a bit. I am now pondering which of the fish I should put in here. My good friend Damien, the guy who assisted me in cutting the IBC tote and managing it to this level, advised me that I should put all the life bearers in it. Being it that I am a person wherein which I prefer tank to be stocked with species only, I think I might just go with filling it with all the filament barbs in which I have, to see where it goes from there, just as though I have the Jack Dempsey and the Oscar, and then I'll take it from there. And then I'll use the other tanks in which they have occupied now to actually grow out my goldfish that is in its infancy stage. Well, they have not hatched as yet, but they are coming. It has been about 2 hours. I have been taking out my juvenile filament barbs, which is referred to as Darkington. I don't remember the other name, it's just a long name. Darkington fish, and that's what I shorten it and call. I've been taking them out of my containers. I've taken out about 35 out of this one. I've taken out another 40 out of this one, and I've taken out an average of about another 40 out of this one. Now I presently have one more container working on. The amount of fish that I had anticipated, which was 300, I've always been saying that I have 300 filament barbs. It's far less. It seems as if some insects have been eating the fish from its infancy stage. I'm gonna show you what they look like in the pond. I have actually placed some water lilies from my other ponds in it. Thus the time in which the water needs to be the tank needs to be, what I call it now, conditioned with beneficial bacteria is far lessened, because the vegetation from these couple of ponds already have beneficial bacteria, which actually is just transferred into the new IBC Tote which I have. So my ponds, my 4 ponds with all filament bulb spawn have been removed through my 250-gallon tote. You see here moving some Daphne that is in the water. Now the water level has been dropped so as to get the spawn, and these are just some of the creatures other than the fish that actually lives within the pond, right? Snails and Daphne, and last week I took out some spider looking creatures from in there. Alright, so this pond will be filled with piped water. Will be left here for about 3 days, and then I'll be putting in some other fish to actually spawn to see where I go from there. In my last fishing net, I just got 2 filament barbs. I think I have about 250, give or take about 40-50 of them I lost due to predator interference like snails and other insects that might be in the water that have actually consumed them while they were very small. So I'm about to put my last filament barbs in the IBC Tote. Note what I am doing. Although I have 1 pond system, but I try my very best not to put the water from 1 pond to the next, right? So I actually put the fish in the net, and then I put the fish into the pond. Now I try to do this, I try to change the fish whenever the temperature is constant. As you will see that this pond is directly in the sun, the other one is directly in the sun but at a different location. So what I try to do, I try to do it in the morning, very morning, where everybody, all tanks are practically cool. So by the time it reaches 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, in which it is now AM, I'll be finished and just be looking to refill the ponds that I've actually released the water with water. Look at the beautiful schooling of the filament barbs as they swim at the bottom of the pond. Now this pond will have a little bit more water lilies soon, and it will also have a filtration system as soon as the fish grows a little bit bigger, that is unable to go through this little area in which I have made. If you look good, you'll see a pipe, and on the pipe you see a cap. This pipe was made by me. It's a 2-inch pipe. Usually I put a 1-inch, but I couldn't. Sorry, 1.5 inch, but I couldn't find a 1.5 inch. It's bored with several different holes. Now these holes should allow for water to go through, but stop the fish from going through. Now the water, whenever I'm changing water, it will be much easier other than putting a net there to catch the fish to prevent the fish not from coming out. Today is my last day at home as being that I'm a teacher, and I return to school tomorrow. I did some water change, some switch around with my fish. I also installed my new IBC tank, in which I place all 200 and odd filament barbs in it. The tank looks so empty, although I know that we are gonna go up to 4 inches, but I have placed a few guppies in it, probably about 50. So in total it's about 300 fish in this 250 gallon. I know I'm gonna have to take out some, but it looks so scanty with the filament barbs cooling at the bottom. Yes, they are schooling at the bottom, over 200. I lost some due to predatory insects. I took the plants from the other ponds, thus I never needed to go by the river. I never needed to quarantine the flowers. I never needed to wait too long because I am off to work tomorrow. I have also made some changes to my filtration system, wherein which I have actually placed my 60 GPH pump in my goldfish pond. Probably it's too dark for you to see because night is coming, right? So this goldfish pond is being filtered along with the second one around there. So all my tanks are freshly changed with fresh water, and everything is working okay. It is hope that throughout this between September and December that a lot of things will change. I realized that some of my swordtail actually died because of lack of care. So therefore I have split them up, placed some pregnant ones in separate containers so that I can have batch of 40s. So more than likely within the next couple of weeks I should. Thank you for joining Fish Keeping Jamaica. Bye bye.